Hey, what's up? Welcome in. Sorry, I thought I got my tech stuff fixed, but for some reason I can't set a default stream on YouTube, so I have to futz with the stream key every time. It's fine, I'll get it figured out next time. How's it going? How is everybody? YouTube strikes again. Yeah, YouTube is really not having it with me, but that's alright. They still keep blocking me. Oh, I don't have my music on. They still keep blocking me from monetizing, not that I was. But I get an email every day after my stream ends, and it's like, this one can't be monetized. And I'm like, great, I wasn't, but thanks for letting me know, even though I'm using YouTube Music. But what are you gonna do? Anyway, at least my microphone works. That's what's important. YouTube Music is way too loud. Today's been pretty good. How about yourself? I'm glad to hear that your day was good. What did I do today? I went to bed really early, early for me. And then I thought I would wake up early and work on stuff, and then I just kept sleeping. I guess I was tired. Um, Made breakfast, hung out, worked on. I didn't work on anything. Catching up on social media stuff, emails, business things. But yeah, not so bad. All right, let's spin the wheel, shall we? Oh, let's go. Let's fucking go. Got some more. I think I did Ragatha, I did Jax, I did Pomni, I did Kane, and I did Gangle. I think Zubul and Kinger are the only two that I haven't done from the main digital circus. Is Zubul on here? I'm trying to read it upside down. It didn't have Zubul on here. Oh, here we go. Oh, I do have Zubul. I just missed him. Okay. Well, we got Kinger. Kinger, hardly know her. Alright. Let's get some photos of Kinger, shall we? Also, where is my... There it is. I love all of the fan edits of Kinger being jacked. I think those are hilarious. But I'm not doing the full body of Kinger, so it doesn't really matter for this specifically. Now, what's nice about Kinger is that he doesn't have a mouth, but they kind of utilized the bend in his neck as mouth shapes a little bit. I'll explain in a moment when I have the reference up. I'm glad I have this in a separate tab because I'm finding weird art. Uh, let's do... I guess he does squint. Yeah, I'll do this one. No, it's not official. And another one. I'll take the bucket. I'll take the bucket just for fun. Just in case. Maybe I'll decide to do the bucket. Okay, so what I was saying about how they use his mouth, quote unquote, they have a mouth. These little rims around his neck kind of are used to insinuate like a mood, which I think is really fun for the sake of character design. It's very simple, and so they're working with limitations. They've implemented a limitation that has simultaneously made it easier for them to animate and also harder for them to animate because they don't have a mouth, which is easier for the sake of lip sync, but it's harder for the sake of expression. Animation is fun. I enjoy when there are limitations because then you have to push past them to achieve what you're going for. I think it's fun. I went to bed before I normally do and then went to bed and woke up much earlier than normal. Interesting. Listening to an audiobook. Book club, that's fun. I don't do book club. I'm trying to I just don't read enough books for book club. I could do like audiobooks, but I don't just like sit down and read anymore. I might be illiterate at this point. No, not actually. Okay. Oh, I need to do... There we go. Okay. Let's do a practice. Let's do some warm-ups. Let's not do pink. As cute as it would be. It'd be hard to see on this white background. Okay, so this is a decent shape practice too. He's a 3D object, so he's very rigid in his design, as flexible as they make him. So this is honestly like, if I were to break this down into shapes for the sake of anatomy, it's a chess piece. If this was like a skull, you know, you do a sphere, you do a cube for the jaw, or what have you. For breaking down his head, it's essentially a cone that then becomes a cylinder. Like it's a graduated cylinder, if you've been in chemistry class. Also, my computer's lagging, and I love when it does that. I usually listen to audiobooks when I'm drawing 2 things at once. Nice. Also like listening to music. I'm trying to think. Yes, I'm very... I know myself when it comes to focus, and so if I'm doing something that I want to be productive on, I will listen to music, and if I'm doing something that I can get distracted with, I will either like put on an anime that I don't need to pay attention to, or YouTube, you know, whatever, just the people that I watch on YouTube. So, if I'm ever trying to be productive, I will listen to music. Does he have... No, I guess it is just kind of a straight down. And then, dependent on his angle, this roundness can be the top of his head, like if he was looking more downward. Straight. Probably going a little too far down the neck. I'll probably only delineate like here for the sake of this as a cutoff point. Um, do like a little top piece. Hardest part is going to be getting this even on all sides, and I'll probably just end up doing that, and then oops, and then erasing the in-betweens. It's the easiest way to do that. And then I could also, this is why we do solid objects, why I do solid objects anyway, is that, because I had somebody ask me one time, why do you draw the backside of things? So if I'm drawing a 3D object, if I draw the backside, I can then very easily shift this to be an upward angle. And so now I'm looking at him from the bottom, and all the rest of these curves can be changed to be from underneath. So now he has this. And now I'm looking at him from underneath. It does require that you change the rest of everything so that everything is in perspective, but that's why I just do the shape, and then you can kind of shift the perspective if you need to. Anyhow. Yeah, I'll just keep that. Finger's not too bad. My problem is going to be conveying certain emotions that he doesn't have the capacity to do because he doesn't have a nose, he doesn't have a mouth, he doesn't have cheekbones, he doesn't have a lot of structure to the face. So this is going to be almost entirely expression through eyes, similar to Zooble. Like, if I were to rank the characters in terms of, like, expression, I would say that Pomni is the easiest because she's the most anatomically correct, and then Jax because he has the limitation of his teeth, and then probably Zooble is a little bit more flexible than Kinger. Sorry, Gangle, Zooble. No. Pomni, Gangle, Jax, Zooble, Kinger. Ragus is at the top. A little less Ragus though. Ragus is a little less than Pomni. Anyway. Since I've had to replace my headphones, I actually have to pick and choose what I listen to because I don't have enough ports. That sucks. I hate having to have... What do I have? Oh, I've got a little adapter for my iPhone. It's so stupid. I had to buy this thing separately. They used to sell this with the iPhone when they first implemented the we're not going to provide you with a separate headphone jack for your phone. Hate that, by the way. They're trying to take away analog media. Bullshit. So I had to buy this thing separately from that because they didn't include it in the next version of the iPhone. They're just very slowly getting rid of shit. And I think I'm going to move to Android soon, but we'll see. Digital puzzles or chores while you listen. Oh, that's fun. Joining a book club can help motivate you to read more, if that's a goal you have. Not necessarily. I have a lot going on. I don't think I need to read necessarily. I think I'm well equipped. I'll say that. I think I'm well equipped. Okay. I'm gonna start on Kinger. I think that's good enough for now. Do I want to go? This big is the question. Maybe I'll go all around the pencil. Maybe we try thin today. Let's see what this looks like. I don't hate it, but I also like the thickness of the brush that I have. But 7 might be too thick. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'll do 5. I think 5 is fine. Okay. Also, I'm going to get rid of this. There we go. In crunch time, I need that to be very concise. Okay. My book club does 1 book a month, and most members don't even start reading it until a week before the meeting. I feel like a lot of people like to procrastinate, and that's totally fine, because I am one of those a lot of people. Okay. Okay. Rip it. It's funny to have his eyeballs be able to be visible from both sides. Add a little bit of depth there. Alright. Kind of taking my time with these since I have a little bit more time. Considering the simplicity of the design. Oops. Hold on. Hold. I made note of the fact that his front eye is, or his left eye, his left is low. My stage left is low. Stick out a little bit. Give it a little bit of curve for the sake of expression. I like what I'm doing with abstracting him just slightly, making him a little bit more cartoony in 2D. I think there is a rigidity that they did fight very well with 3D. They did a good job of still exaggerating and making 2D expressions. I need to make his cross bigger. I saw a lot of behind the scenes where they were very specifically trying to push that. Which I always love. I love when people can make animation as expressive as possible. Generally, that's going to happen through 2D. But they did a good job. Point being. So I like to exaggerate that shape. For some reason. So adding that little bit of perspective on the cube shape in perspective helps add that depth. I don't know why I led with a cylinder or a sphere. He's not that. He's going really big. Or very specifically circles that are just kind of glued to the side of his head. Kind of like a little bit on the top. It is very funny that he is drawn almost the same from every angle. I haven't had to do any eyelid squinting. That one I might do some squinting. That. led with a circle. I'm forced of habit. Okay, I have all this room. Uh, uh, POV, Kinger looks at you longingly. Cool. There's Kinger. It's super easy when you have like 3 shapes to draw. Super easy. Okay, cool. As long as I get it done in time. Yeah, absolutely. Well, these backward poses. I know, he's just a cylinder. I will not be able to stay the whole time. I will be leaving around 5:30-ish to go do some errands. Lucky for you, I'm also leaving at 5:30-ish. I will be here to enjoy all the rants. Excellent. Okay. Next, I just tried to spin the wheel on my stream. I just clicked on my OBS. Pretend I did. Let's go! Tails! Excellent. Oh, I love Tails. I've been recently, like, really digging the vibe that Tails gives. Why do I have 2 windows of this? I don't. Okay. Like, I went back and replayed Sonic 2 on my Genesis. A little bit of it. I didn't beat it. But there's just something... I love the younger brother coding of Tails. He's very cute. And it's really unfortunate that I was a piece of shit older brother, kind of. I don't have actual brothers and sisters, but I grew up with my cousins, and I was a piece of shit. And I, like, didn't enjoy them wanting to be like me, which is exactly Tails' vibe to Sonic. Like, I could have had sidekicks, and I just was an asshole. Like an idiot. So, I feel bad about that still. We're cool now, but... let me find... Okay. There's one that I really like. Okay, well. I have this card. I like this card. There's one image I found of him driving, and it's so fucking sick. And I used it for a card proxy for my Sonic deck. I also really like his progression. I have a Sonic book, like 25 years of Sonic. Is that the 25-year anniversary, I think? And it goes through how characters' designs changed over the years. And Tails is very cute. Throughout, because Tails has been around as long as Sonic, essentially. He has the most range of character growth, design-wise. See if I can find that one of him driving, because that's very expressive, and it's an angry pose, which Tails doesn't have often. Somebody made Tails as Sora. That's cute. Can't find it. If I type in driving, it's probably... Oh, nope, found it right away. First image result. It's so sick. Okay. Put that there. Miles Tails per hour. I remember watching I think it was The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog before school when I was really little. And I remember the theme song so vividly. And I also remember one episode. Oh, this is for my other. I remember the episode that Sonic met Tails, and it was so cute. He was like, his family abandoned him because he was. This one. His family abandoned him because he had two tails, so they called him a freak. And Sonic was like, well, I'm a freaky too. I'm fast as fuck. And then Tails was like, oh, okay. You're my older brother now. And that was that. And it was really cute. Anyway, this is the progression of Tails. He went from here to here. This was like 2008-ish era. And then they went 3D, and then they went a little less wacky with it. I do like seeing the early, like, very concise polygons of the character designs, but then as they got more refined, it's usually a little more boring, in my personal opinion. Anyhow, I almost just spun the wheel on accident. Okay. Let me get Tails. How did you know it was a fake Chaos Emerald? You just told me. I want to replay Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Shit rips, especially the Chao Garden. Are you kidding me? Okay. So here's my deal, is I have to figure out what version of Tails I like the best. And I don't think I'm going to do the chibi one. But it is still vaguely that design, you know? Like, the ears, almost identical ears. It is just the features that changed. He's got colored irises and a smaller forehead. He was packing a forehead, that's for sure. I like his little tufts. I like his little whiskers. I'm trying to think how I'm going to simplify this. So Tails is different than Sonic in his eyes, in that his eyes are actually separated, whereas Sonic is not. Sonic has one big single eyeball. Okay, very specifically, I have to make sure that his ears are ramped outward. They look really off if they aren't. If I do just pointed, strange. If I do curved in on one end, strange. It's gotta be curved out both ways. Also, those little tufts in the front do a lot of heavy lifting, design-wise. Eyebrows can live without. Inner ear can live without. I can have the back ear not have an inside ear. And I should probably get rid of, I feel like that circle is distracting. If I can help it. Pointy chin, rounded chin. like I'm missing something. Do like irises? No, it's bad. Maybe if I just do pupils inside of those, that helps a little bit. I think it's honestly the back of his head should be straight. That's the front of his head. They have his snout actually like cover itself as it moves back in space, because there's depth there. I think snout placement is going to be important for Tails. I don't think I like that though. I think I like just using the snout as emphasis as to where his face is facing. I think I just had his nose farther back. Was the problem. Is there anything else I can enhance? What about the top of his head looks weird? A little more boxy. That's fine. I want to do eyebrows. I don't hate eyebrows, as long as I keep them relatively small. I think that works. Maybe add one little tiny overlap there to showcase that that's going in front, and a little overlap here. Actually, maybe I do bigger overlap. I don't like that. Just flush. This one is very specifically long. I don't want to focus too much on his whiskers. I feel like those should be more fluid. That doesn't have to be as strict. The only things that really matter are the number of little hair spikes and the rigidity of his ears and his eyes, I think, are what I'm focusing on. Anyway. I don't hate that, Tails. Alright. Let's start. Keep zooming in when I intend to not. This guy in the back of his freaking head. The way that my hand naturally flows, I want to just do differently. This pose reminds me of there was like a meme going around of like a Japanese game show or something, and there's a guy who like crumbles up a dollar bill very dramatically in front of somebody, and he makes this face at them while he does, like they were trying to earn money, and then he's like, "Go fuck yourself," type of thing. That's what this is reminding me of, very vividly. This one is reminding me of, if anybody played Sonic Adventure 2 Sonic, what was it, Sonic Battle? On the Game Boy Advance. You know what? I wasn't doing face things. I didn't do face things on the last one. Makes a certain face. I want to see if I can find it. getting to the point where, like, if you find the right landmarks in the right proportion with each other, you can get the face pretty well down. It also helps that there's enough variety in these characters that, like, from here to here, there's a lot of wiggle room. You'll see Fox. I said Fox. You'll see Tails, regardless of how exact it is. He is a fox. When I was drawing him, I kept thinking he looked like Star Fox. Anywho, back to the wheel. We're chugging along. I took way too long on Spike last time. One of the Eds. Eddie. Alright. I think Eddie was my least favorite of the Eds. I was more of a Double D kind of guy. Now, what's going to be really great is that he has so much expression that I don't know that I can fuck this up. Just found an image on Eddie from the Loathsome Creatures wiki. He really is a loathsome creature. He reminds me of, like, a bowling alley owner. I think it's probably the way he dresses. Do I have... I feel like I have a scheming face, yes? I guess not. Why does he have, like, spray tan eyes? Alright, well. I always do that. You know what I mean? Like, this one very specifically is where I saw he has, like, dark circles under his eyes, but they're not dark circles. It's like, he's always pink. Which I guess makes sense. He's a kid that goes outside all the time in summer. But, like, he would have to wear sunglasses for that to happen. And he never has sunglasses on. I won't say never. I think there are a couple times where he does, but... Okay. I have some wiggle room on this face. Oop. Okay. Yes, I did. Okay. Alright. How do I do this? He's got a flat back of the head. He's got a very exaggerated lip. I want to try and get the head shape down before I start doing eyeballs. Although it genuinely just looks like they're doing whatever it takes to connect everything to each other. Like, out of context. Looks like he's got buck teeth. Fucking out, like, what? They were going nuts with this show. I really need to go back and watch this. This was one of the shows my mom didn't want me watching. And looking at it, I could tell why she wouldn't want me to. I love the way that they do tongues. Their tongues are supreme. Honestly, heavy emphasis on tongues, actually. A little too much emphasis on the tongue, I would say. But they did them very well. So whoever was into tongues knew their stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you get the furries to do Zootopia. Like, you find the people who to do the thing for the audience, right? Anyway. They also have some really nice line variation, which might have come from their technique to do line boil. If you don't know what line boil is, they wiggled the static line. They would have a single frame, but they would make the lines wiggle a little bit, so then it looked like it was moving, but it wasn't. Line boil. It was a very heavy staple of early animation on the internet. Because it makes it look like you did more work than you did. Also called Squiggle Vision sometimes. I believe Rugrats also did Squiggle Vision. I don't think Wild Thornberries did. I'm spending too much time on this specifically. I just wanted to... I like the style. Because it doesn't really help me overall with the way to draw him. He doesn't have any... Asymmetry is something that's very important in his design. Nothing is the same. Nothing is the same twice either. Although I will say it does appear that he always has 4 teeth on the top row. He has 4 on the bottom, 3 in all of these. So, 4 and 3 maybe. Something to keep in mind. Sometimes he has a chin squiggle. I guess that depends on the depth. He's got liver spots. X's in his ears. eyebrow overlaps eyeball. Very expressive. There's no in between. It's either eyebrow is above the eye or eyebrow is compressing the eye. Honestly, I didn't go big enough on the top of the mouth here either, but we'll leave it. It's fine. I don't want to watch the new stuff too. Is there new Ed and Eddie stuff? If there is, I was unaware. Let me see how quickly I can sketch him. It truly is just like, it doesn't matter. Because it's not going to be the same as it was last time. Tongue is almost always out. Lip is almost always way out there. One eye is always bigger than the other one. Like, borderline, Garbage Pail Kids. No. Sorry, not Garbage Pail. There was an artist who did, like, wacky, what are they called? Not Wacky Racers. That was, like, Scooby-Doo, Hanna-Barbera shit. I don't know what to look up, like, Hot Rock. I don't even know what to look up. Let me look it up. I can find it. 80s, 90s, gross out style art, but not. No. It's the image of the guy drag racing. You know what I mean? Like. That one. But this is stock image. I need the freaking original. They know exactly what I'm looking for and they won't give it to me. The guy with the eyeballs all stretched out. Drag racer. Cartoon drag racer. Stretched eyeballs. They know exactly what I'm looking for, and they won't just do it. Is it Ratfink? Ed Roth. Okay, yes, it must have been Ed Roth. Damn, he did some wild images. Well, that's good to know. Now I can look him up whenever I want. Here, I'll put that. This is what I was thinking of. Not that one specifically, but that style. I can't believe I can't find, like, the most famous version of that. Maybe it was somebody else's tribute to him. Anyway, this is Eddie is giving Ed Rothschild. Maybe that's what he's named after, Ed. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I was thinking of. No, it was not Speed Racer. But I appreciate the input. Anywho, let's just rip it. What's the problem is what it's gonna happen is I'm gonna get a bunch of neutral poses for the most expressive character that I've ever drawn. I'm just gonna get a bunch of, like, if I could have the lady who did that one pose from the last one for Tails, but for Eddie, that'd be great. Okay. Let's do it. Yep, there he is. I'm just gonna skip until I find a good one. Can I, for the love of God. Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? I'm glad you called it. I'm happy for you. And a straight on. That'll do wonders for me. I'm just copying this one. He's so specific too, is the problem. single image of him with his mouth closed. I don't know what I've created, but I like it. What that is, but I like it. Another neutral pose where Eddie really shines. Like there's just little bits all around his head. You know what I mean? Those little lines behind his eye. Like there's always just something going on. Ah, yes, poised Eddie. Like, there's no wrong answers with Eddie. And you know what? As much as I don't like him as a character, love that about his design. Any more? 3 more. Okay, I should be able to fit those, especially if I get more neutral poses. I'm just gonna fit his head into this shape. I'm just gonna, you know. Perfect. Good. Some of these are pretty solid. I love being an artist. I love that sometimes I just make something that I laugh at. You know what I mean? Like, because you're supposed to, as an artist, you're making stuff for other people, right? But you can make stuff for yourself too. Some of these are pretty fun. Some of these are pretty fucking solid. I don't know what to tell you. Ugh. So hard. I will be sending expressive vibes. Thank you. I got some good ones. I did get a couple neutrals, and somehow I drew all 3 different neutral poses in different ways. I got 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I like what I made. Happy with it. Oh my god. See, I like being able to draw characters like that because there's no model to follow. There's a little bit of a model, but it's so fluid and just freeing, which I feel like you don't get with 3D, but that's just me. Anyway. Spin the wheel! It's 4:30. I've got about an hour left. Week. Rainbow Dash. Little Pony. MLP. Is Rainbow Dash my favorite? I feel like we had this discussion when I first put this on the wheel. I like her. Yes, I do remember having this conversation. I like her hair, but I don't necessarily like her personality. I don't know. I haven't watched it enough to know. I like that Applejack has a hat. I like that. I'm just gonna copy this because I do need the shape language. What are the other ones? Shutterfly? Oh, that's why I disqualified Rainbow Dash from being my favorite because she's technically not a My Little Pony. She's a Pegasus. She's got wings. That's not fair. Who are the other ones? Rainbow Dash, Applejack, Butterfly. Pinkie Pie. There's a purple one. Is that Shutterfly? Let me check real quick. Nope. She also has wings. Do they all have wings? They're not ponies. Shit, what's her name? She's got a unicorn horn. She's not a pony. She's a unicorn. This is pissing me off. The show is pissing me off. Is it Sparkle? I don't know. If you know what it is, let me know. Okay, she has 2 expressions. She has like ready to go and like neutral. I need like a sad or like an angry. I need like 2 more emotions. There we go. There's a shocked. And I keep seeing Twilight Sparkle. That was the one. I saw the name. I didn't come up with it. That was entirely given to me. I didn't just remember it. I won't take credit for that. There's a sad. There we go. Why is she beaten up? The hell? Okay. Got it. You were right. Twilight and Sparkle. We put it together. Not all of them. I'm gonna get canceled. They aren't. They aren't ponies, okay? Pegasus. Unicorn. If they have a horn and wings, that's an alicorn. I need you to know that. That's important to me, for you to know. Mythology and verbiage are important because if you go, hey, there's a Pegasus over there, and it's just a horse, it's different. If they're, oh, look, there's a Pegasus, but it has a horn on it and it charges you, that's different, okay? If you get gored on a unicorn, very different. If somebody said, oh, it's just a pony. No, I need to be more defensive. It has a horn on its head. I need to know all the information. So for you to give me the wrong name, gives me the wrong information. I'm not prepared for this fight. I'm getting gored by a unicorn instead of what I thought was just going to be a pony. I would have brought reinforcements. And if it's an alicorn, we're fucked. These are the rants you show up for. These are the rants that you come to expect from me. Well, I'm glad you are on the same page as me. Most unicorns have the wrong tail. Interesting. Oh, are you talking about unicorn lore where they have, like... Do they have horns on their butt, too? Is that... What am I thinking of? Or they have, like, several tails? Or they have, like, cat tails? I'm thinking of several different mythologies. What is the correct tail for a unicorn to have? Or is it no tail? I'm trying to think of all the unicorns I've seen throughout media that I've encountered. What tail? No, the unicorn defined by the dictionary have a lion's tail. That's sick as hell. That's what it is. I did say cattail. But yes, you are correct. I do remember that now. Yeah, that's super cool because they're like adjacent to like Chimera or like Sphinx, right? So the idea of them being this mythological thing, but the only difference is they have a horn. Like I've seen mutations of horses where their skull just has like a protrusion and that's like a unicorn, you know what I mean? But it doesn't have a lion's tail. It's not. Anyway, I understand what you're saying. Also have the back legs of a stag. Interesting. So they're more like slender? Is that the differentiation? What? Being pinged. Hold on. Alright. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. Oh, wait. Let me get Rainbow Dash. Okay. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick. I will be right back. Harder detail to highlight in basic cartoony terms, but lion's tail is not. Yeah. Yeah. They need to just follow the rules of mythology. Or do something new with it. Don't just... Anyway. I'll be right back. I'm back. Thank you for the shoutouts. As always, I appreciate it. Alright, Rainbow Dash. Study. Also, long-winded name. Just Rainbow. Why not? Where's she running off to? I don't know. Okay. So, like... Interesting. The nose protrudes mostly from the side. The snout is very small. It's honestly like a teardrop. It's like a this. And then if it's from the side like this one, it's like a that specifically. And then just a little slice of pie. Honestly, too big of a snout. Where are the eyes? Yep. Giant eyeballs. Giant pupils. Giant reflections in the eyeballs. Important to get correct. Ears are like that. Little gesture towards the curvature of it. And then the mane comes in the front. Wait. It's an S curve. Oh. I see what I did. I made those curves the wrong way. Her hair is like right on top of her eyes. I do like the hair shape. I think that's cute. Something like that. Now the problem is I'm not going to be able to show the rainbow because I'm using black and white. It's fine. I'll get over it. You're drawing Rainbow Dash. Yes, I am. Welcome in. Yeah, your cousin or brother, I don't remember which one Charlie is. Don't dox yourself, you don't have to tell me. One of your friends was in here earlier. The eye too big. The eye might be too big. Trying to get the right ratio. Not terrible. I think my problem is that without the color, this doesn't deliver super well as like one big eyeball. And if this isn't fully filled in, it doesn't translate super well. But so I feel like the nose is more curved down and then out rather than just a circle. That helped a little bit. hair needs to be, like, out more, probably. Hair's good. Yeah. That's pretty good. Okay. How are you today? I'm doing good, chilling per usual. Nice. Chillin'. Just drawing. We've done a few so far. I was happy with. Who did I do? I did Eddie. Sorry, Eddie from Ed, Edd n Eddy. Who's the other one? Oh, Tails. Eddie, Tails, and Kinger. Kinger was fine. I just, not a lot of emotional range there. I also got a bunch of neutral poses, so. I need to go through and scour the other reference websites I have, but that one time that I did a different one, they had nude models, and I definitely can't do that on Twitch, and YouTube is finicky about what they allow, so. Anyway, I need to find the other sites so I can mix it up and have better variation in my posing. Because I keep getting the back of the same guy's head over and over again. Anyway, let's see what we can do. Rainbow Dash. A lot cuter on this pony than it is on this guy, I will say. Let's do her. Here. Uh-oh. See if we can't get down to her mane. Mane's not super important. It can be a little more fluid than the rest. They have such tiny little smiles. Yeah, sure, whatever. I'm losing it. We're going to do a front on looking down pony. That. Now, the problem is... Oh, wait. I think that's a good shape. What do horse's ears look like from the top? I'm getting cat from this. That's okay. is going to be one where the snout is like overlapping the face. See both eyes. Facing Rainbow Dash. I guess I have one right there. This reminds me of that meme of the horse, like, hungry enough to eat a what? Big. Mm. Not super familiar with the style. Okay, spin the wheel. Catching up. Sonic the Hedgehog sidekick. Yes, that Tails. Is there another tail? There's not. Well, that's cool. That was special. Alright, spinning the wheel. Let's go! Spin the wheel! Uh-oh. Sailor Moon really is the My Little Pony of the anime universe, isn't it? I don't know if that's gonna get me, like, shot on sight if somebody hears me say that, but I feel like that's an apt assessment from what little I know of either universe. Okay, good one. Good one. I need to watch this. She's got great expressions. Hello. There we go. Oh. The other problem is she's got a lot of accoutrement on her. She's got a lot of accessories on her head. So I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to get all that in. I like the way she holds her hand. She has a lot of gesturing with her pinky and her pointer finger out. Sailor Moon. I'm sure she makes some kind of pose with her hand when she summons her transformation. Oh, she does that too. Is that what that's from? I've seen that so much. Did Sailor Moon invent that? The cute anime girl thing that people do? Anywho. I'm afraid to tell you this, but I'm getting the gun ready myself. I haven't seen My Little Pony, but I would not compare alien crime fighters to ponies. I mean, the ponies fight other ponies that are evil, right? So, like, or do they fight horses? Is there, like, a horse-pony differentiation, gang war type thing that goes on? I don't know. There is conflict, and then there's conflict resolution that happens in those universes, and they're like cute while kicking ass, I guess, is the parallel that I was drawing. Because like I've seen some clips of Sailor Moon. I've also seen a lot of edits that are really funny of like revolutionary whatever Sailor Moon killing space cops or whatever. Super funny. And then like My Little Pony. I don't know. I don't know anything about My Little Pony. I'm not gonna make any claims. I keep. Okay. So she's got like a hat, and then like a honestly pretty. There, little rounded. Just circle for ears. That works for me. This one's more detailed. There must be different variations. Is there like a reboot? Or like a Evangelion, like Titan Null, whatever series? Triangle nose. Very tiny triangle nose. It has anime eyes, but they're just the tops and bottoms, which is interesting. Pupil. Or the iris. Trying to figure out if it's faster for me to do. It also has crazy highlights in her eyes. Like, good lord. I don't know where she's looking. Got too many little circles. Great. I'm gonna redo her eyes. I think what I need to do is actually draw the shape of the eyes and then erase. And I think I'm just gonna do one single iris probably. That way I can just go like that. Or I don't do the highlights. Because that doesn't look terrible. Doesn't look right. Oh. How do I do eyes normally? How do I do my eyes? Because that's kind of, that. I have Sailor Moon eyes. I have Sailor Moon eyes. It did help. She's got so many different accoutrements. She's got eyebrows. You know how accessorizing eyebrows are. Hair, got a little heart. It does make it a little easier to draw that. Just like curls all the way down the sides, and then buns, circle buns. They get a little flippy out here. They get a little flippy out there. They tuck behind her ears. She's got little buns that hide in the back. Got like a bat. It looks like Pit. Looks like Pit from Smash Bros. Pit from Kid Icarus, more accurately. Like a bear. And then just such long hair. Just such long hair. Just anywhere it wants to be. Such long hair. Discontinued hair. Wait. That might have been my line. Like I'm missing. Honestly, the little cheek things do a lot. I'll have to remember those. Earrings do something. Eyelashes. If there's not hair in the way. Forehead pendant. There's just a lot of stuff to keep track of, and also like put into perspective. You know what I mean? Like if she's at a different angle, that pendant is at a different angle. So if it's the Frieren angle, and you got to get the neck, that pendant is gonna be like straight across. Anyway, they do fight evil ponies. Okay, cool. That's what I thought, because like Queen Nightmare or something, which, if it's Nightmare spelled Nightmare, peak cinema. Genius writing. If it's not that, I'm upset. More upset about the unicorn versus alicorn versus Pegasus versus whatever. Anyway. Sailor Moon Crystal. Okay, so there is... Got it. Okay, thank you. These are from different seasons. Oh, so it just evolved as they went, which, lots of things do. Should draw your avatar in different styles. That would be fun. That would be really fun. I should do that. That is a good trend that I've seen people do. Okay, I'm gonna shrink this down, put it here. And I'm gonna fight for my freaking life. Hold on, let me write that down real quick before I forget to do that. I have ideas for things. I put that. Yeah, we'll do that. Draw my avatar in different cartoon styles. Time. Trying to think of examples that are drastic. Soul Eater. Fucking. I was gonna say Sonic, but I just have a Sonic OC who is me. I'll just do etc. etc. Couldn't think of any distinct cartoon style. Ed, Edd n Eddy, but I don't need to type all that out. Anyway, I think Adventure Time would be fun. But I feel like I would want to do, like, I'd have to make my character have, like, accoutrement that... I keep saying accoutrement. Accessories, like, because Finn has a hat, right? He's got the hat and the backpack. I want to draw me blending into the world in a similar way. They're all survivalists, so they all have a means to keep themselves alive wherever they are in that world. Anyway, my favorite evil person in My Little Pony is Discord. There's a character called Discord in My Little Pony. That's very funny that you don't like Discord, but you like Discord. Okay. Why is my chat not showing up? I just realized that. I have a chat. I want to figure that out while I actually have people chatting. Because otherwise I don't know that it... Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Alright, I'm going to draw Sailor Moon. I'm going to draw Sailor Moon. I'm going to have fun. Okay. We're starting. And I'm going to panic. I promise you I'm going to panic immediately. Super simple, and I'm still going to panic. Forehead. This. Oh no. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. Oh god. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, that's not very good. She's got so much shit on her, you know? back up. I'm picking it back up. I'm figuring it out. We're clocking back in. I'm locked in. And I'm back out. I'm back out again. Back out immediately. I'm definitely going too big on the eyes is my problem. Side profile stuff. I feel like I've gotten better at side profile stuff specifically because of this site. Which is fine, but I need frontal views. They don't get. What does the back of her head look like is the question. Oh, what her side thing. Make her chin too sharp. Hold on. I'm gonna undo all that. This. Alright, that's my 10-minute warning that I need to get the hell out of here. So this will be the last one. Well, got plenty of time. picked it back up at the end. I finally figured out most of the design. But that was rough to begin with. For sure. That one. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's why we're here. We're practicing. We're getting better. I say we. Please be draw along with me if you want. Oh, that was funny. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't feeling... Honestly, I was feeling Sailor Moon better than Rainbow Dash at certain points. I was like, okay, okay. Once I figured out the eyeballs, that was better. Look it up. Add Discord to the wheel. They're just pigtails. They are just pigtails. A little bit. She's got like bear ear buns plus pigtails. She's got a lot of hair. A lot of hair. And also a bob. She's got three different hairstyles. She got buns, she's got pigtails, and she's got a bob. Bangs. Whatever. But like, gotta figure it out. I don't do girl hair. I will add Discord to the wheel. Oh, the back of it. She's got pigtails on the back of her head on top of the pigtails on the front of her head? Or these wisps are the back of her head. And it's just like tight in the back. Probably that. I do need to draw more girl hair. When I was younger, I was like, I don't want to draw girls because then people think I'm like a weird pervy guy. But like, women are just more fun for me to draw anyway. I still draw women. I'm not like, ooh, I can't draw women. But like, women are more fun to draw. Men are all like jagged and shit. Women are like, you know, there's a lot of curves. Like, hell yeah, brother. Anyway. Got it. Back of her head is the pigtails. Got it. Okay, we're on the same page. Anywho, I'll go back through. I'll go back through what I did today. What I learned in boating school today is we got Sailor Moon. We got Rainbow Dash. This one so vividly reminds me of that meme of the horse staring at the screen. Hungry enough to eat a what? Oh my god. Yeah, because I like to find the best one out of all of them. Probably this one, if I had to pick one. Eddie. I don't know which one is my favorite here. I really like what I did with his mouth here. This one's probably the most on model. I also really like what I did with his mouth here. That one's not bad. That one's pretty bad. That one's okay. I need to draw his teeth lines. Yeah. Tails, I'm happy with. Like, super happy with a lot of these. Yeah, like this one or this one. Two of the front-facing ones, which not always super successful with front-facing. But yeah, also this one's pretty solid. These two are very similar. That one's a little too off. That one would be better if I didn't have as much structure to it. I need less of the structure lines. And then Kinger, these all look the same. I don't know. I got all these profile ones. The only difference is the overlapping eyeball. You know, probably this one's probably the best. I like that one though. Yeah. Anyway, just as a recap. Okay, I'm gonna save this here. I'm adding Discord to the wheel. My Little Pony. My Major Little Pony. Okay. So we got rid of 5 and I added 1. The back of her head is part of the hair. I'll find a picture. okay. I gotta get going. Okay, so the buns are the strands, and the back of her head is just curved to follow the shape of her skull. Okay. That does still leave me with questions of, like, oh, she's got these little thingies. 2 little strands back there that don't make it into the bun, which is cute. Because that does happen. Get the little wispies, you know? Yeah, I'm not finding any backward facing. Oh. My power just flickered. What? I'm getting some side profile shots. Okay, so I think everything is just tight in the bun. She missed a couple. It's more or less fitting the shape of her skull, but it does still kind of like, some of it is, it's droopy a little bit. It's like baggy. And then I don't know if she has, like, you know, some people have cowlicks. I need to see if she's got like a cowlick, or if it's like jagged. It doesn't super matter. It's just, you know. Looks like it just goes behind her ear. Anyway, it's fine. I will never draw her again. Just kidding. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the stream, gang. I gotta head out. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for... Oh, let me save this before I forget. Really quick. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you learned something. If you didn't, tune in next time, and you definitely will then.